All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as Bitcoin right now is consolidating in a little bit of a range right here. Still got the trades up and loaded from yesterday. And guys, what did we say yesterday? What did we say? We said that the white box will be support if we lose 90,031. And what do you know? We come down to the white box for a little bit of a bounce. Actually, a pretty significant bounce, honestly. We came up about 4.5%. And what else did we say yesterday? We said if we get a bounce from a white box, we need to be careful of what? Of what? Of what? Of getting rejected by the 6 Juanita Fibonacci, the girl who always rejects us, always breaks our heart, always keeps us in the friend zone. Even though we're such a nice guy, we're doing our best to hold the door, carry her books to class. She even laughs at her jokes, but we're in the friend zone. How did we get there? I don't know. And what do you know? We go ahead, we pull a Fibonacci from the high to the low, and we come right up to none other than that 618 Fibonacci, as can be clearly seen right here. If we go ahead and we make the text font size up to 24, all right, we could click OK. The 0.618 coming right through the gate, rejecting us right out of the friend zone. But we got another move back down to our box, and we're trying for the second time to gather the courage right now to ask out 6 Juanita on a date once again. And maybe this time she'll say yes, because high school's over and all those cool bad boys from high school have peaked, right? They didn't go to college. They thought they were going to play NFL football, but they didn't, right? In fact, they got into drugs in college. They dropped out. Now they're working at McDonald's, trying to make their way to a manager. Meanwhile, Jay Casper over here is looking kind of good because he's trading Bitcoin on the treadmill. And what girl doesn't love a man who trades Bitcoin on the treadmill? We're going to be working our way back up to these levels pretty soon, and we're going to be talking and discussing and getting clearer and technical, putting on our monocles to discuss this price action. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be discussing the price action today as we analyze the chart through the monocle. All right, now we've got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, let's go ahead and see who we've got in here today. All right, major shout out to HFG. You've got to shout him out, all right? A true OG supporter of the channel. We got a Fed speech in about an hour. All right, Learning with Aaron says we've been pumping too much. We got to dump a little bit. Now, what we are going to be talking, there's so many things to talk about, guys. All right, I have so many things to say. Like, when I try and think of all the things at once, the only thing that comes out is because it's just so much, I can't bring it out at the same time. Shout out to Dennis Peck. All right, shout out to Gabriel Stout. Shout out to Jockey. But what does Steve Urkel have to say about this? Man, you know what Steve Urkel has to say about this. He says the candle's turning blue, then the candle's turning purple. I'm feeling a little bit nerdy. All right. Shout out to Radio Gaio. Shout out to Striker7. Shout out to Annabella Manuel. Says like the Stria. Shout out to Elion Torres, Distance Formato. And Ikradama Comas. And Bloom, who says 6 Juanita. Shout out to Felix H once again. And he says London rush hour is the worst. I can only imagine. I mean, I remember when I lived in a city, it used to take me half an hour to drive to the gym, which honestly takes me about half an hour to walk, so I don't know why I drove. Shout out to Radio Gaio. He says, all glory to God. Amen. Shout out to East Jordan Dose Department of Solana Efficiency. Grab it early. Crypto Yatched, shout out to Crypto Yatched and Whale Talk. Will you close your short now? Nope. I did take a profit in my white box, but I'm not going to close the short now, baby. All right? Not going to close the short now. All right, guys, as usual, we got 1,000 likes in the first half hour. We give away $1,000. All right, that gives us about 23 minutes to check on that thing. So we're going to make sure that we set our timer 23 minutes. And let's see how it goes, baby. All right, so shout out to Ken. What is going on, Ken? My man, Ken. All right, what car do I drive? Well, back in the day, I drove a 1993 white Jeep Cherokee with no back windshield, no heat, leaked transmission fluid, leaked oil. And, yeah, it was my favorite car. I miss that car, actually. But nowadays, the gym is in the basement, so I just go downstairs to hit the gym, baby. All right, I go downstairs to hit the gym. Okay, so let's get right into this price action. The first thing that we need to understand is what has happened the past 2 days. The Bitcoin price has gotten a massive pump up to the price of exactly on ByBit USD, because that's the only chart that matters. Unless it's Coinbase, that matters too, but $93,550. And as we were pumping up like crazy yesterday, we started to see a few warning signs, all right? Specifically, Pacifically, Atlantically, Indian Oceanly, Arctic Oceanly, Pacifically, when we look at market Cipher B, we were seeing this. Momentum waves getting lower, money flow getting lower, as the price was getting higher. This is giving us what's known as the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern, where the left man boob is large, the right one small, known as leftist gynecomasticus in the Latin, in New England Scientific Journal of Medicine, that's what they call it, but it's also known colloquially as a bearish divergence. So if we just go ahead and take the SBFBs, that's the acronym for Sam Bankman-Fried boobs, and we put it onto market Cipher, what do we see? Well, wow, it lines up pretty much perfectly. Bearish divergence. Now, after we got that kind of bearish divergence printing here, if we zoom into a lower time frame, like the 6 minute, what happened? Well, the Bitcoin price actually started to get a little bit of a move to the downside from this level, right? And we were in an uptrend on the 6 minute time frame. You can see here, we were making higher highs and higher lows, right? Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. That was the weirdest thing that just happened to me. And then all of a sudden, we made a lower low. And then we got that local change of market structure. Now, when we got the local change of market structure, notice market Cipher B. Money flow coming out, money flow and momentum coming down. And if we pull a fib from the high to the low, we came right up into that golden pocket zone. Once again, the 6 Juanita Fibonacci. Now, why did we reject from the 6 Juanita Fibonacci? Why were we in the friend zone again? Do you remember why? It's because, well, we're too nice, right? We have big dreams. We actually want to love a woman, treat her right, take care of her, support her, while she stays at home raising the kids. We could get matching Bencoin tattoos and live happily ever after in a nice little house with a white picket fence and a pool and a golden retriever. Live happily ever after off our Bencoin gains. But she rejected us because she was in love with Sam Bankman-Fried. And so the love story plays out again. The broken hearts happen again as Bitcoin rejects from the level. Now, what did we say yesterday? We were saying yesterday that we really needed to be watching for the white box on ByBit, right? Where we're currently bouncing from. Why are we boxing from the white bounce on ByBit? We're boxing from the white bounce on ByBit because if you take your Fibonacci from the low to the high, all right, you always want to mark out that zone between the golden pocket and the 786. This was our box from yesterday. That's why we're getting bounces from here. Because remember, yes, you're in the friend zone. Yes, she rejected you. Yes, she'll never date you. But because you're in the friend zone, she's using you for stuff. Like if she needs money, or if she needs a ride for somewhere, or if she needs someone to copy her homework from in high school. So she's going to keep you as a friend, right? Which means when your heart is broken, she will be there for you as support. Now here we go. We're getting that support from 6 Juanita. She's building our confidence back. Jason, maybe someday you will have love in your life. Maybe someday you'll have a girlfriend or a relationship or something like that. Very unlikely, Jason, but maybe. And it's just enough to keep you afloat, moving along in life. Now, meanwhile, while this love story is going on, all right, because this is like just individual personal love stuff, right? But the world is much bigger than just my relationship problems. We got people out there. We got gang members, for example, fighting wars out there. Now, speaking of gang members, as we know on Market Cipher B, the two notorious Mexican gangsters, El Punto Verde, aka as we call him in English, the green dot, versus El Punto Rojo. All right, these are the two big Mexican cartel rivals, smuggling those candles above and below the support resistance borders. Okay? Now, secretly, they both work for the United States government, but on paper, they're enemies of each other and enemies of the government. Here's what we need to really know about El Punto Verde and El Punto Rojo. Whenever we see El Punto Rojo rear his ugly head, it means consolidation and or move to the downside. Now, for the past 8 months, every time we see El Punto Rojo, it means the rest of the week is going to be bearish. And while we were in a big range, El Punto Rojo kind of meant we were going to smuggle those candles down below the border to the downside of the range. And when we saw El Punto Verde, it means we're going to smuggle the candles to the upside of the range. Okay? Now, I don't know why I'm talking like this now, but sometimes it just happens. But now we've broken out, right? This is different. This time is different because we really have broken out of this massive range. We've broken out of resistance. Okay? And this is the first red dot we've printed on the daily time frame since breaking out of resistance. Okay? Now the red dot will confirm in 4 hours, 46 minutes, and 5 seconds. Actually, right now it'll be 4 hours, 46 minutes, and 1 second. 0 seconds. 4 hours and 45 minutes and 58 seconds. If this confirms, we do need to be prepared for a little bit more of a consolidation before another big pump to the upside. And the reason why we say that is because even in massive uptrends, red dots on the dailies ain't no joke. Let's check out red dots on the dailies after massive breakouts, right? We get one right here, and what happens? We range for a little bit longer, right? We just range, we just stay sideways for a few days. Like, it's easy to say in hindsight, nothing happened, but if you were here, that's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days that we did nothing. We just literally did nothing for 11 days after a massive breakout of a big range. So I'm not saying that's going to happen now, but I'm saying just based on historical data, the red dots confirming on the daily time frame mean consolidation or pullback, right? Look what happens. We get a El Punto Rojo up here, right? And what happens? Consolidation, basically consolidation for a few months, right? After the big break. Now, again, personally, as we all know, I'm super dang bullish on Bitcoin. But if this red dot confirms, then we would expect either sideways price action for the next few days, or we expect a little bit of a pullback. And again, you know, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news over here because I'm bullish, right? I'm super bullish on Bitcoin, man. I love me some Bitcoin. I love bulls and Bitcoin. I love cows, and you can't have more cows without bulls, because you got to mate the bulls with the cows to get more baby cows and baby bulls, and the baby bulls pump the bullishness of the Bitcoin price to an all-time high, which is the big old barn where all the bulls and the cows and the calves live together, and you drink the milk and you make the milk shakes with the scoops of creatine and the whey protein powder and the raw milk to get those juicy Bitcoin gains in the gym, baby. Now, all that is to say, if this red dot confirms and we do get a pullback, this could be the next opportunity, because here's the deal, as many of you have said in the chat, to expect the Bitcoin price to continue to pump relentlessly day after day after day. Yes, it can happen. Yes, we've seen it happen. We saw it happen for the past basically 2 weeks. I mean, for 2 weeks, we've been on here longing and schlonging and singing that song, all right, over on BLOFIN, locking in the juicy dang trades, $31,000 of realized profits. Yeah, we caught a few knives, all right. We took 4 losses last week and this week, basically. But overall, we're still up $29,000, right? Long in this. Setups given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Shout out to the Casper Crew. Honestly, between myself, Boyan, Thor, White Phoenix, and K-Pax, we are calling all these moves in advance, man. We even gave live. Of course, they're not called signals, but we do tell people what trades we're taking, not giving signals, all right? And I got to give a major shout out to Boyan because, you know, Boyan over here, man, you know, we don't give signals in the Casper Crew, but, you know, he's long in these 4 altcoins right now at 3:09 p.m., and then a few hours later, bam, baby, and the profits. And this long trade you see right here, up $30,000 in profit, I told everybody I was taking it during the New York Open live stream last week. So if you want to join the best trading community in the world, you go to jasoncaspertrading.com, click the link to join the VIP. Also, BLOFIN right now offering 10% cash back. Everything you deposit, $1,000, you get $100 extra to trade with. Unbeatable deal if you know how to trade. Does not require KYC. If you don't know how to trade, please don't click, because you will lose everything. Not only your Bitcoin, but your altcoins, your fiat currency. Your girlfriend will dump you. Your wife will leave you because she found out you had a girlfriend. You're going to wake up in the middle of the night, stub your toe on the bed, scream so loud it'll wake up the baby, which will wake up your wife, which will wake up all the other kids. Your wife's already pissed because you had a girlfriend. All right? You don't want that to happen. So if you don't know how to trade, make sure to learn how to trade first. So let's talk about levels to the downside that we need to be aware of if we get to move to the downside. Okay? We might not. We might just stay here and blast. This might just be Bull Flag City, right? Bull Flag City. Boop, 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 boop. You know? But if we do get a pullback, what are we looking at? Well, the first major zone that I think we need to be aware of right now, guys, is going to be this. Pull a fib from low to high. The zone between the Fibonacci 618 and the 786, all right? The classic area, right? Basically the back test of, I would even narrow it down a little more. In fact, I would keep this fib on our chart right here. But this zone between $70,000 right around 74,000, it's a little bit of a zone, but if we do get a larger pullback, this green box that I have highlighted on the chart is going to be major support. All right. Now I've already actually given these levels to you the other day. In fact, let's just skip all the analysis and let's just put the levels on the chart, guys. All right. If we get a pullback here, these are the levels and the prices to be aware of. All right. Make sure to screenshot it if you want, because these are going to be the levels where I personally am going to be looking up to fire off a new long. All right, I'm just telling everybody right now. Now look, when I draw a box on the chart, all right, it ain't no joke, right? When Jay Casper draws a box on the chart, you know, I don't want to toot Jay Casper's horn here. You know, Jay Casper's a cool guy. All right, he's a pretty cool guy. You know, I wish I was Jay Casper. All right, I'm not Jay Casper. Jay Casper's an imaginary man who basically is on YouTube, right? Jay Casper's everything I aspire to be. But when Jay Casper draws a box on the dang chart, look at that, man. It holds, all right? It holds. So these are some boxes. Go ahead, screenshot them because they're very important. First of all, the $80,000 to $83,000 level is going to be very important because when we come down here to the chart, we take a look here, we can see that not only is it a Fibonacci 786 from the last major low to the high, but it's also basically filling all this fast move up, right? We got the 4-hour chart here, and really, we have all these, what do the cool people call them? Fair value gaps, inefficiencies, I don't know, ICT, smart money, whatever you want to call it. We have this fast move up, fast move down right into this zone here. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, we probably even have some single prints in there as well. So we can go ahead and turn on a TPO indicator. Let's see, TPO, time price opportunity. Let's go ahead and put that on here and see. Do we have single prints there? Yeah, we've got some single prints that actually will fill literally right at that box, guys. So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff, a lot of confluences right there. That's $80,000 to $83,000. If we lose that, then we're coming down to fill the CME gap, which is around 77.5 to 75K to 77K, right? That's going to be our next major level. The reason for that is because if we go to the CME futures chart, we take a look at the daily time frame, we can see a gap in the chart, a gap. The Friday candle closed right here at 77.5, and the Monday candle opened up here at 81.210. And again, the reason why we have these gaps here is because, you know, normal people who have lives and families, they trade Monday through Friday, and then they do something that's absolutely insane, especially for us crypto traders. They take 2 days off. I know, it's crazy. And when I found out these people I never heard of this thing before. They have something called a life. Did you guys ever hear that? I never heard of it before. So they like do stuff, like they have these other things called friends, I think it's called. I forget what they're called. Friends and stuff, and like this other weird thing called a family. They take 2 days off, but see us, we just keep pumping the Bitcoin price because when she pumps over the weekend, you know what we're doing. We're emptying our dang bank accounts. We're going to the bank. We're moving all that money into Coinbase.com to buy us some more Bitcoin, right? We're pumping the price without those people. They're hanging out with their friends, all right, with their families and their friends, whatever those losers do, right? But we're still buying Bitcoin, the important stuff in life, all right? We're still just buying Bitcoin. And then when they come back on Monday, right, well, the price is up here. They're like, hey, what happened? A lot of times we see those gaps fill before the big bounce. And that's why, actually, we're looking for support at that $75,000 to $77,000 area. Then, of course, the mother of all supports is going to be around that $70,000 to $73,000 level. And the reason for that is simply because when you have a sideways range as such, go ahead, you take your major resistance. I mean, guys, this was resistance right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 7 times resistance, baby. By the way, guys, we have 8 minutes to get 1,000 likes so we can finally do a giveaway. Yeah, so when you have this here, right, resistance for 8 months, when you come back down, it's very likely going to give you some kind of a bounce, right? I mean, we even saw this yesterday, you know, when we had on the 15-minute time frame yesterday, guys, right? We marked out this white line of $90,000 saying this is our first support. Well, yeah, we didn't get much of a bounce from that support, but we did get something from that support. We ended up getting about a 2% bounce from that level. Why? Well, because whenever you have a area of resistance, okay, it will probably act as support. All right. So here we are right now at the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. We went through the love story. We went through Six Juanita putting us in the friend zone. Sam Bankman-Fried has left this guy in Camasticus. We went through, now he's in jail, and Six Juanita, we're still in the friend zone, and El Punto Rojo, El Punto Verde. All right. But I do have to say this. Let's get back to the lower time frames here, and let's just look a little bit more at like our 1 hour. Here's what I got to say, guys. Here's what I got to say. There are two options when we are looking at market Cipher B on these high time frame, on these medium time frames, like the 1 hour. If we're going to hold support here, all right, then we need to see this money flow dip into the purple, and as soon as it turns back to blue, that's a really good sign. This means the 0 line is acting as support with the money flow. We see this all the time. If this money flow turns purple and continues to come down, and the momentum waves also continue to come down now, that means we're not going to hold support here. What we want to see for holding support here is we don't want to see these momentum waves get lower. Like, we definitely don't want to see a momentum wave lower than this one here, and we also don't want to see this money flow continuing to get lower with the momentum waves getting lower. That's showing continuation. So far, on the 4 hour time frame, we have some slight bearish divergence here. All right, nothing too crazy, but I would say that the 1 hour is what I'm going to really be looking at to determine whether or not I expect more of a pullback over the weekend, because this money flow on the 1 hour time frame will act as support right over here. We saw it act as support, right, in a very powerful uptrend when the money flow is getting lower on the 1 hour after bear divs, just like what we had over here. When the money flow either touches the 0 line, front runs the 0 line, or just dips slightly below the 0 line and then starts to come back up, that is a sign that we are actually holding support based on the money flow. All right, let's look at some other things where that kind of happened, right? Because it happens all the time in a very powerful uptrend. We haven't had a powerful uptrend actually in a really long time to look at this. We have to basically go back to January. But trust me, in a very strong uptrend, the money flow, what looks bearish, is actually going to be acting as support. All right, and this especially is true if we get a nice deep wave, right? So I'm going to be watching the money flow. I'm going to be watching the momentum waves. If, let's say, we get a rollover here and we come down even lower, we get a nice oversold wave, right? But then we start to see that money flow curving back to the upside. That's most likely the bottom, guys. What else do we want to see in confluence with that? Well, we want to go to like our 24-minute time frame, and we want to see the uneven butt cheek pattern, where you have a very juicy left butt cheek and a very skinny right butt cheek. We want to see the price come down, and we want to see market Cipher B on the 1 hour time frame look like what I just told you, and on the 24-minute time frame, we want to see it looking like this. All right, where the momentum waves are getting higher as the price is getting lower. In fact, if market Cipher B looks like what I just drew here, where we're seeing the momentum waves get higher and this money flow getting higher as we're actually coming down, potentially back all the way down to around 85,000, this would actually be super dang bullish, and we could expect another move to the upside, right? We got to kind of draw what we would want to see on market Cipher B, and honestly, this is what I would want to see on market Cipher B. We are starting to see momentum tick to the upside on the low time frames. We're starting to see money flow tick to the upside on the low time frames, which means if we get one more push to the downside, we will have extremely bullish divergences on the lower time frames, which again, bullish divergences is the uneven butt cheek pattern, right? The big juicy left cheek, nice and the big, nice and the round, like the Italian chef has made you a nice pizza pie, the pizza pie with extra cheese. It's real greasy cheese, which I love. People hate greasy pizza, but I love greasy pizza. Let me suck up that grease. So dang good. Put a little spicy red pepper on there, a little bit of extra garlic, a little bit of extra shaker cheese, and oregano. But then that right butt cheek, very skinny, super skinny, like like that waitress at the diner with the raspy Brooklyn accent voice because she smokes so many cigarettes. Hey Jason, how you doing, hun? Jason, you losing weight, hun? Let me get you some pancakes. Actually, Dolores, I'm trying to bulk up, you know. Nah, you look skinny, hun. You look like you haven't eaten in weeks. You know, Dolores, that doesn't do me any good for the self-esteem. I'm trying to bulk up here, you know. Now look, when you see the uneven butt cheek pattern at support, the price is coming down. The tip money's in the right-hand butt cheek, and that's where we get the move to the upside, just like the smoke from the cigarette. That is exactly what we want to see if we come down to this area for another push to the upside. Now, we have to ask ourselves the question, is the low in right now? Is the low in right now? There's a chance, of course, the low is in right now. But as we look at these lower time frames here, let's see. I don't think it looks very nice. I don't think it looks very nice. I don't think it looks very bottomy yet. And the fact that we have a daily red dot about to confirm makes me think we can come down to some of these areas of support that I've marked on the chart, all right? I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen, but if someone put a gun to my head and said, Jay, what do you think? I said, well, the daily, is it topping out? Yes, it's topping out. Has it confirmed yet? No? Okay, let's wait for confirmation. Once it confirms, then we can say, all right, maybe we can expect a little bit more downside. How's the 4 hour looking? Oh, we got some bearish divs? Okay. How's the 1 hour looking? We got some bearish divs? Okay. How's the lower time frames looking? Do we have any bullish divergences that would indicate that the bottom's in yet? No, not yet. How about the market structure? Oh, we rejected also from the local golden pocket and made a lower low? You know, I'd say maybe the low's not in yet, okay? That's what I would have to say. Now, we're very close to getting our 1,000 likes here. I don't know if we're going to do it in time, guys. I don't know if we're going to do it in time, actually. We only have a few seconds left. But we got to give a major shout to everybody in the chat right now. Let's see here. Who we got in the chat? We got Crypto Lover. All right, shout out to Crypto Lover. Shout out to Badder Zorg. Shout out to Gary Gensler and Amadeus Walzak. Shout out to Quicker. What if we confirm that 1 hour green dot? So the 1 hour green dot, I'm not necessarily enjoying it as much as I would like for a few reasons. Number one, I don't like the way the VWAP is looking here. Feel like it's not very powerful looking. It's kind of got that inward curve. You know what I'm saying? We would want this yellow line to be more like this, but instead it's more like this. And also the money flow coming so low, I just don't like it, and it's not oversold enough for me to really like it. If this momentum wave was lower, I'd say yeah. But look, you guys do what you want to do. I'm just telling you the way I'm seeing the charts right now. The way I'm seeing the charts right now, even if we get another little bit push to the upside here, I feel like we need to cool off for a little bit longer. We have 4.5 hours really to tell us whether or not this red dot confirms. If the red dot does not confirm and we get a surprise pump, well then, hey, awesome, right? But if the red dot confirms, you know, like we've seen confirmed red dots in the past, it usually means consolidation for the next few days, right? Doesn't mean anything crazy. I mean, look at it. We had it here, right? Where basically red dot confirms, and after the confirmation, we had basically just 4 days of sideways. 4 days of sideways, nothing too crazy. Then right here, the red dot confirms, and we had 1, 2, 3, basically 3 days, right? So look, we're basically saying if this red dot confirms, we expect Friday and Saturday to be sideways and or pullback. And if we get the pullback, well, in my opinion, that could really give us the next long setup, right? Can we share the money flow settings? I don't have money flow settings. It's just stock market Cipher settings, all right? Just stock market Cipher settings. There's no settings for it. It's just different color. Just different color, all right? You know, market Cipher is I just use it as it comes, all right? I don't do anything fancy to it. All right, I don't do anything fancy. Now let's check out the order flow, because I haven't looked at the order flow all day. In fact, I haven't even really looked at the chart all day. So you guys are getting some fresh analysis here. Okay, so we have had shorts opening up here. If this had been a higher low, it would have looked pretty dang bullish, to be honest with you. But actually, nonetheless, we do have quite a few shorts opening up underneath the VWAP, which could be setting us up for a bit of a squeeze. Let's check out Coinalyze, actually, because I know EXO's missing a little bit of data here. So bear with me un segundo while we load up Coinalyze. Coinalyze.net. All right, guys. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, so we don't have a bullish CVD divergence, but we could get one. Let's actually pull our fib again here. All right, so here is a potential right now for a bullish divergence. Let's say we do another one of these, right? We come up a little bit and then we get another drive to the downside. And we bounce from that 786 coming in at around 87K, right? This is just me analyzing the chart, right? If we see this, and we see this green line continuing to get lower here, okay, and we see the open interest continuing to get higher here, that is going to give us a bullish CVD divergence. A CVD divergence is where the price makes a higher low, all right, makes a higher low, but the CVD is lower as the open interest increases. Why is that important? Because the market is moved by the market participants. If there's more buyers than sellers, you expect price to be making higher highs and higher lows like this, all right? If there's more sellers than buyers, you expect price to be making lower lows and lower highs like this, all right? The CVD is telling us, the CVD and the open interest are telling us two things. The open interest is telling us are traders opening or closing trades. Now, this entire chunk of price action, this massive breakout, you can see open interest increasing like crazy. What does that mean? It means traders are opening positions. They're putting money into the market. This green line CVD, this is now telling you what direction are those trades opening. When the CVD is getting higher, this means long trades are opening, right? So the open interest gets higher. This is telling you trades are opening, but you have no idea if they're longs or shorts. You have to look at this to determine if they're longs or shorts. If this is getting higher, as the open interest is increasing, it means the longs are opening, right? So we would expect higher highs and higher lows. And lo and behold, as the trades are opening long, we are seeing price making higher highs and higher lows this whole way, right? Now, if we start to see the price making higher lows, right? But we're seeing short trades opening, you would expect the price to be making lower lows, right? Because right now this data is telling us, if this data is in the future, right, this would be telling us right here that we should expect to see price making a lower low, right? Because when there's more shorts than longs, price will make lower highs and lower lows. Now, when there's a discrepancy there, where the data is telling you you should expect lower lows, but the price starts to make higher lows on a trend line, this is telling you that there are big players out there, which I call whales. All right, now here's a whale. I'm going to draw a whale. All right, I'm going to draw a little whale. All right. And what these whales are doing is they're seeing all these retail traders shorting, and the whales are like, hey, you know what? If I want to buy Bitcoin, I need a lot of people who are selling Bitcoin. You know, I have a lot of money. I have billions and billions and billions of dollars. If I want to buy Bitcoin, I need billions and billions of people who are willing to sell to me, right? If I have a lot of money, but there's no one who's willing to sell to me, I'm out of luck. I could have $1 trillion and I could be trying to buy a hamburger, but if no one's selling a hamburger, it doesn't matter how much money I have, right? So this whale seeing a lot of people are starting to short here, and he's like, hey, I want to buy some Bitcoin. Here's my opportunity. So he's filling up long orders here as these retail traders are opening up shorts. And the reason the price is unable to get lower is because every time somebody's shorting, they're not moving the price. They're filling up a limit order. And once the limit order is full, bam, price is going to pump to the upside. All right, so that's what we need to be aware of as we're trading in this range, especially as we're coming down to potentially that 786 zone, because most of the time you are going to see this happen at a key area of support or resistance. So right now, we're going to draw the same white box that we've had on our chart since yesterday. The same white box that we've had on our chart since yesterday. The box that we said price was going to bounce from, and price has bounced from it twice. But we could still come down one more time into this box. And if we see the whales absorbing shorts, then we could say, you know what? You know what? This range is looking pretty bullish now. Maybe we will break out. And this might even happen in confluence with the market cipher signals that we were looking to see, right? If that happens in confluence with the 1 hour time frame, giving us a nice deep oversold wave like we were looking for down here, right? Like let's say this thing doesn't even confirm and we come down, we get a nice oversold wave here, and our lower time frames are starting to give us the uneven butt cheek pattern, right? As we're also seeing the whales absorb, that's a good sign to say, you know what? We're not going to lose this range to the downside, and we're about to pump, right? So that's how we're going to determine if we're going to get that move from around this 786. That's right around the $87,000 zone. So locally here, we could see within the next few hours a potential long setup present itself, where we come down to this level and we would see basically bullish absorption, bullish divergences, and waves, and then we could see a pump back up toward the highs, right? I would say we could even look for this high. We could look for back to the top of this range, basically, right? This is one potential setup here. It's one potential setup. This is not one I would be very stoked on. I would personally much rather come down a little bit lower, but it is something to be aware of, especially if you're scalping or day trading, right? And these are things that you can look for all the time, right? What I just showed you with the CVD and the open interest and all this, and with the golden pockets and the market cipher and the butt cheeks, right? The uneven cheeks and Dolores at the diner with their cigarettes and their Brooklyn accent, with the Depends diapers, the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern, 6 Juanita rejecting us with Sam Bankman-Fried's bearish man boobs. All right, 7860 at the other Fibonacci level. And all these types of things, guys, right? You can use this in any situation to look for trade setups. All right. Let's see here. Who do we got in the chat? Shout out to I Show You. Is there no music? I hear music. Sorry. How many years did it take to find your own profitable trading strategy? Well, for me, it took 3 years, but it doesn't have to take you 3 years, okay? It doesn't have to take you 3 years. In fact, in January, I'm going to be doing a free trading course. So make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. In fact, look, the only reason Bitcoin pumped is because of me and Trump.
Well, folks, we won the election, but most importantly, we pumped the price to a new all-time high. Jason Casper and I made it happen, and we're going straight to 100K, baby. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
So yeah, look, we're me and Trump giving the pump. We're doing a free trading course, coming in without a slump. All right. Shout out to R Pink. Shout out to Dave Flowers. What speech, man? That was just the speech he gave the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that speech, all right? Shout out to East Jordan. Shout out to Open Space. XRP is exploding. Shout out to Jessica Lindsay, ETH. Shout out to Jesse Geluk. XRP will get boot purse. Shout out to Angus Marlowe. Will I sing? What do you want me to sing? What should I sing? The pump song? Like, it's not a good day for the pump song, but let's take a look at XRP here. And again, guys, so, I'm still going to hold the Bitcoin short from yesterday because, again, I would be technically holding this down to some of my lower targets. We already made $7 grand on the trade. I took profit at my white box right at the 618. And so this was my trade setup from yesterday. Now I'm just holding a portion to let it run. If we pump, great, because we're already long. We're in multiple longs. We got right now over 300, I think about $350,000 on the long side, about $200,000 on the short side. And so I'm comfortable in my positions, holding them over the weekend, stop losses in place to make sure to lock in those profits. So let's take a look right now at some other assets. We'll take a look at ETH and we'll take a look at XRP. All right. ETH, as we know, is doing the same thing that it was doing basically yesterday. But here's the thing about ETH now. All right. ETH has broken out of this symmetrical triangle and it's come above 29.35. 29.35 is a very, 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 very key level for the reason of it is the value area low of this last consolidation range from early 2024, February through August, right? Now that we are back inside the value area high, right now, major support for ETH is going to simply be the support resistance flip. So we're going to be looking out for a retest of this box where we had the lows from basically April, July, and then the highs from August and September and October. So now for ETH, we are looking for a backtest like this, right? And when we do, I believe we're going to see a breakout of this much more macro triangle-ish type pattern. It's not really a triangle, but we have a clear trend line that's been respected 3 times at the top, and then we have this lower trend line that's been respected many times at the bottom, and we actually had an ascending triangle forming within this larger symmetrical triangle. And so right now, we're breaking out of key resistance. We come down for the retest. In my opinion, that's where I would be looking for a bit of a bounce. And I do have to say, this whole structure here looks very, very bullish. Again, the reason why it looks so bullish is because when we came down on August 5th to make this low, we tapped into the most beautiful level in the world. Why that? Because it's the value area high of the entire bear market range from May 2022 all the way until November 2023. We broke out of that, we came back down for a retest, and we also back tested the horizontal trend line of the ascending triangle. We also back tested the diagonal trend line of the bottom of the triangle. Like literally they intersect and we back test. Also, it's the golden pocket from the bear market low to the current bull market high. A beautiful level, and from this point, we've actually now gotten a local change of market structure. So lots of confluence here, lots of things intersecting, right? Talk about intersectionality. Shout out to all my fat, white, ambiguously gendered college students majoring in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender studies. In fact, this is a picture of me right after I graduated with my degree in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender studies. Feeling very proud of myself, $300,000 in debt with a degree ready to take on the world. In fact, believe it or not, Obama spoke at my graduation, and this is what he had to say, actually. Shout out to President Obama. Oh no, my Obama button doesn't work. What the heck? Where's my Obama button? Oh man, what a lame oh, is this it?
Jason Casper, let me tell you, that man is something else. A true warrior for change. He's the first ever trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender standards major to ever reach 200,000 subscribers on YouTube.
All right, yeah. So anyway, I was then graduated, couldn't find a job because, believe it or not, even though I had a $300,000 degree in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender studies, no one would hire me. They said because I had no experience. I don't know. But anyway, that's what got me into trading, because intersectionality can really help you identify those key levels where price is likely to get a bounce. And so we came down to the intersectionality, we got a bounce, we made a higher low, and now we've made a higher high. So we've officially now entered into bullish market structure on the daily time frame after the pullback, bouncing from key support, bullish divergences, momentum coming higher. And so in my opinion, when ETH gets a bounce, I'm going to be looking for this level. My entry trigger for ETH is going to be if we enter into and or dip below this box, okay? Either enter into or dip below this box. As soon as we reclaim the box, in my opinion, that's where we're going to break out of this triangle, right? So this green box I've drawn here between, like, let's say 2790 and about 3000, we either dip below or come into the box. And then for me, the trigger that, yes, we're bouncing and we're about to break out is going to be once we reclaim it. And then that, in my opinion, will give me a swing trade or spot setup like this. Stop loss below the wick, if you even do stop losses on spot, you know. And then I would target a new all-time high for ETH. And this level I have here on the 2-day chart, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Fibonacci extension. So my next big target for ETH is going to be $5,500. So this right here is a pretty good 82% potential rise on ETH. That's what I'd be looking for next. Let's check out XR Pizzle, because, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Ripple, but obviously she is pumping like crazy right now. All right, she is pumping like crazy. We got the inverted head and shoulders, the introverted head and shoulders, okay? Very introverted. In high school, quite a loser, had no friends, never got invited to parties, girls didn't pay attention to him. You know, it was a really sad existence in high school. But here's the thing, he worked hard at McDonald's and he put all his money into Apple stock. And again, now all the jocks and the cool kids from high school have peaked. They got the beer guts and all this stuff. And now those girls in high school, they're looking toward, you know, us XRP traders, thinking, man, he's looking pretty fine on that treadmill, you know, with that monocle. I mean, what kind of lady out there doesn't want a guy in a treadmill with a monocle, if you know what I'm saying? And so now everyone's paying attention to the introverted Head and Shoulders breaking out. And yeah, so we're pretty much, I'd say we've hit the target almost of this introverted Head and Shoulders. It's a very rough, yeah, we're coming up to our target. Our target's going to be right around $1, all right? The target's going to be right around $1. $1 is a very key area of resistance, which is the value area I from basically 2021. Basically the bull market, the last bull market value area high is going to be our next area of resistance on XRP. All right. Now, personally, I don't own any XRP. I don't even trade XRP. I haven't traded XRP since November. Was it November 2020? I think. Yeah, it was November 2020 with the whole. This was like a fake news, not some fake news. There was some buy the rumor, sell the news thing. The last trade I took on. No, I'm sorry. So I did short Ripple here. Then I did long Ripple. I know people hate it when I call it Ripple. Ripple. I'm calling it Ripple. I longed Ripple. When did I long Ripple? January 2023. Yeah, I longed Ripple also right down here. Obviously, I closed out that trade. That was a long time ago. I didn't hold it until up here, guys. I think I held it until probably around here is when I closed it. But yeah, so that would be our next major resistance for Ripple, around $1. And I do believe, just like every other coin during a crypto bull market, we're going to see it pump. It's going to pump above $1. And I think it's not too crazy to see a $3 Ripple. You know, again, my plan for Ripple had been buying at 28 cents and selling it at $2. Obviously, it looks like that's not going to happen, but who knows, all right? In the big scheme of things, we're not even really... things look bullish very locally, but when we take a zoom out, we're still, like, literally, like, in this sideways range here. So it seems bullish because, you know, XRP is basically a stable coin. But so far, nothing too crazy has happened. If I was going to look for an entry on Ripple, I would have to wait for a bit of a pullback. So I would want us to come up to this resistance area, and then maybe we could look for a pullback to come and back test at the golden pocket. We have these highs, right? We do something like this, and then we look to take it up to, you know, probably the highs, right? That'd be the next opportunity I would see on XRP. Honestly, if you're FOMOing into XRP now, I don't know what to tell you, because you literally had like 17 years to accumulate XRP, right? So, but shout out to all the people who accumulated XRP and still haven't realized as much profit as they could have if they just sold it back here in July 2023. But hey, it's all good because we're probably going to go higher now. All right. So shout out to XRP, shout out to Bitcoin, shout out to Ethereum, shout out to the 45-minute time frame, shout out to Market Cipher B, shout out to CryptoFace, shout out to Flop and Groper, shout out to Frankie Candle, shout out to Traders Reality, Tino, shout out to Trader Geo, shout out to Flop and Groper, shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census, and shout out to Carl from the Moon. All right, me and Carl from the Moon have a video coming out soon. Me and him went to McDonald's in his Maserati.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
And also, let's see here. We got some super chats in the house. Shout out to Sweet Bid McGee, who says, Shiba Dog shaking his body from left to right surrounded by red hearts. Thank you for the super sticker. Shout out to Bitui Work. Bitui Work says, Bitui Work says, Pepe listed on Coinbase. Can we find a better entrance? We'll take a look at Pepe coin, all right? We'll take a look at Pepe coin. Pepe. Hey, Pepe. All right, shout out to Chris Cow. Could you check Brett? I have spotted buy on price of 10.03 cents. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at Brett. Hey, Jason, thoughts on potential Doge pullback zones? All right, let's take a look at Pepe. We'll take a look at Doge, and we'll take a look at Brett. All right, we'll take a look at those three. Those three corns, those Bitcoins. Just give me 1 second, because I got to check something on the cellular device here. Oh, okay, interesting. All right, so we'll start with Pepe coin. Pepe coin. So just got listed on Coinbase. You're looking for a better entry. than the one we gave yesterday. We gave a few entries yesterday. So, here's the thing. You know, when you're looking for a ninja entry, you gotta really, in my opinion, you have to be a scalper, okay? Because if you're looking for a better entry, right, you have to think to yourself, obviously, if you get a good entry and you get a little bit of a bounce, maybe you just bought the bottom, all right? But maybe you didn't. Maybe being listed on Coinbase isn't going to be super bullish for it right now. Maybe we get a pullback, right? So that's why I think scalping is so great, because you can get a bounce, take a profit, stop loss to the entry, or stop loss at break even, which means if it keeps running, great. If it doesn't, great. You lose nothing, right? So let me just say that. Let me make it very clear. When we're looking for low time frame entries, if you don't know what you're doing, it's very easy to get wrecked. Okay, so just hear me out on that. All right, because honestly, buying a meme coin because of fundamental news oftentimes is the wrong decision. I'm not saying that's the case for Pepe coin, because I don't know. But oftentimes, when there's a fundamental reason to pump a meme coin, it's the top for the time being, okay? So, we identified yesterday the key level of 1725 for a potential chickens drinking water pattern, where if we come down here and then get a quick reclaim of this level, that would trigger, in my opinion, a long and or a buy position. We put our stop loss wherever that wick goes and we shoot for another high, all right? Now, if you want a better entry than that, I mean, the only possible thing we could say right now is you have to pull the fib from the most local low to the high and look to long the golden pocket. Now, look, we bounced from the golden pocket. We've already gotten a bounce from the golden pocket. So you're kind of late to the party on that. You know, that would be the only other option, really, for me. Because when you're looking at a local range, the only two options are long from the low of the range or long from the Fibonacci pull of the range. All right, so if you want to get in here, because you're on that bullish fundamental stuff, I mean, really, you'd be looking at something like this, you know? Other than that, there's really no good entries besides what we were looking at yesterday, right? Either a chickens drinking water pattern, take the local low with bullish divergences and get a fake out, or we wait for a back test of the larger area support resistance split, right? We wait for the back test of the value area high of the range, which is the macro Fibonacci golden pocket pull, right? Basically what we saw just happen on the 1 hour time frame here, like this is what we're looking for, right? What happened on the 1 hour? On the 1 hour, we come from the low to the high, and we're bouncing right from the Fibonacci golden pocket zone, right? And we get a little bit of a bounce from here, okay? Now we're looking for the same exact thing now on the high time frame. On the daily time frame, if we get a little bit of a pullback here, right, we are coming to the golden pocket from the last swing low to the current high, which would actually be a pullback of about 40%. I know this is not what people want to hear, okay, but I'm just telling you where the good entries are. I'm not saying we're going to come down there, but for me, like looking at Pepe coin, of all the times to be looking for an entry on Pepe coin, guys, I mean, in my opinion, this is not the time. Like, you can, you know, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but look, I bought Pepe live for all to see. I spent $15,000 live on this live stream buying PP coin back in December 2023. All right. So that's why you got to subscribe to the channel, all right? Because when we're in the bear, you know, that's where the gains are made, baby. Now you never know when you're buying the top. Now I don't think the top is in for Pepe. I'm still holding a lot of Pepe, but if I was looking for an actual good entry, I mean, if you care about entries, you'd want to wait for a pullback. If you don't care about entries, honestly, if you don't want to wait for a back test of this at least, then there's really no difference between buying now or waiting for another like little bit of a percent pullback, honestly. But for me, I'd rather wait for a move back down to this for the bounce, or a move back down to this. And in my opinion, the local scalp has already happened, and you're late to the party, because here's the thing. Yeah, we could pump from here, and if you think we're gonna, then this would have to be your thesis here, you know? And I know that's really not what people like to hear, I'm sorry. But All right, let's check out Doge. Look, I'm gonna give it to you straight, never give it to you gay, baby. That's what we do over here on the Jason Casper YouTube channel. All right, that's what we do over here. Take a look at Doge. Now, Doge consolidation. We got this is actually looking pretty nice. We'll do a quick little TA on Doge. All right. So we've got this triangle. We have key resistance just above us. This is actually a really nice range to look for a trade, in my opinion. Let's go to the daily. Okay, so we've got that red dot as well.
Crystal made that hit, boy.
Sit back, listen to what I say. Giving it to you straight, never giving it to you gay. Sit back and listen to what I say. Giving it to you straight, never giving it to you gay. Sit back, listen to what Jay has to say. Giving it to you straight, baby. Sit back and listen to what I say. Giving it to you straight, never giving it to you gay. Here we go, take a look at the Dogecoin. J Casper rapping, hope it's not too annoying. But we got a little symmetrical triangle building up in the front, in the hull of the boat. About to blast on the waves, feel the crash. Doge price about to pump up really fast to the 618. Just above the price of the asset, like a hand in a glove. We got a little bit of a mix. Dogecoin, back to her old tricks. We got some fundamental news. President Trump comes out with Elon Musk, gonna make the price pump. They made a new organization in the government. Gives me some frustration, cause I wanted it to pump much higher. I thought the Dogecoin would be on fire, but hey, look at this. Take the measuring tool, stretch it out, let's see what she can do. For the last 2 days and 18 hours, consolidation, ain't no power from the bears or the bulls. It's a fight. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, trading all night. We got the money flow on market Cipher B coming down. I was smiling, but now I've got a frown. Why? Because I thought we'd break out, but now we pout. We're coming down below. Then we look at the snout. We got the pig going snort. Long getting hort. Hopefully the Dogecoin don't dump into the dork in the grass. Going fast, driving in the car and we're going past. All the take profits, never use a stop loss. J Casper trading, let me give you the sauce. Don't you know we're taking the hot sauce, put it on the chicken, so dang good, so finger licking. We got the chicken, rice and broccoli, eating every day with the Dogecoin. Coming to the charts to get paid, with the treadmill just to sit down and get paid. So hungry, gotta eat from a tray. I'm giving it to you straight, I'm never giving it to you gay. Don't you know Jason Casper, subscribing, that's the way. Cause don't you know that the price is looking muddy, just like trans non-carbon binary emission gender studies. Gotta shout out my man Obama, spoke at my graduation in the Bahamas. Cause when you graduate from a degree in college, you go to the Bahamas with all your knowledge. You sit on the beach drinking some cocktails. The Bitcoin price slow as a big snail. The Dogecoin price looking like rusty nails. Don't get the Tetris on your bucket pail. Tetris, another word for tetanus. Gotta fit it in like a puzzle with your mattress. Sleeping on a mattress, trying to get the sleep 8 hours a night. Don't make a peep, because you know more rest equals more test. When we're making all the gains, trying to look our best in the gym with the incline press. We skip leg day, but we train the biceps every other way. Then we're grabbing the plunger, put it on our face. J Casper rapping, what a white boy disgrace. But don't you know, I like the way it tastes. I lick it once or twice, let it to my race. Alright, so let's get into this Dogecoin TA. Alright, we had to do a little freestyle in there. Okay. So here's what we got going on, guys. Alright. Wow, Bitcoin taking a little bit of a dump as we speak. We got this triangle here. The daily's giving us a red dot. So basically, here's the thing with Doge. Alright. Our first major area of support right now is going to have to be the support resistance flip at 35,170. 35,170, these previous highs, we've broken out. This is where we're now looking for a potential back test and another pump up to 46,992. If we pull back and lose that level, then we're looking for a move back down to 28 cents, give or take, because that is going to be, I'm sorry, not 28 cents, 23 cents. That's the Fibonacci 618 level. It's the value area high of the range. It's the local support resistance flip. So right now, 35,170 is going to be our local scalp entry, and then 28 cents is going to be more of our swing trade entry. Okay. Now we have to understand that the 35-cent entry, what we would be looking for is a fake out of this triangle. All right. When you see a triangle on a chart, you have to think to yourself, a lot of people are looking at this as a bull flag, which means probably the majority of the people are wrong and they're going to get wrecked. So what you want to look for is a liquidity grab of this triangle. Basically, you want to look for a fake out and then a move back in. And once you see that move back in, this now gives you your setup, right? You see that level reclaimed, you know where the setup goes, and then you can shoot for your next target. Now, depending on where the wick is, this trade may or may not be worth it for you, right? Or if you get a really good entry and you're like super ninja, you want to make sure that when you take this trade, I guess this could be worth it. This is a 2-to-1 risk reward. But here's the thing, to the upside, we have a resistance at the macro Fibonacci golden pocket. That's going to be coming in at around 47,171 on Binance. Now, in my opinion, we could very easily see Dogecoin do something like this. All right, just chop people up. We have a triangle, people are expecting a breakout. So instead, we get a fake out to the downside. Then we come back in, then people think this is really it. Then we come to the golden pocket, then we get another pullback. All right, and then we do something like this. This is, in my opinion, is a likely scenario to happen right now, where we just wreck everybody, right? People are bullish, we wreck them all. All right, then we reverse the price. People get bullish again, we wreck them all. Okay, but then this gives us now the back test, right? We made our low, we made our lower low, then we make our higher low. You see, we're looking for the market structure change. We make our higher high up here, get a little rejection from resistance, make our higher low down here, and then this actually gives us the same entry, but now we can get a little bit of a better trade setup, right? So in my opinion, there's two local longs to be taken on Dogecoin. The first one would be something like this. We have to hit a take profit one at the golden pocket, all right? In my opinion, like, you don't have to, but it makes sense. Like, I don't like to take trades if I'm not going to have that good risk to reward ratio, right? So this gives us a 2.5, 3-to-1 risk reward. And then if we get a little bit of a pullback here, you can either compound the trade, or if you move your stop to the entry, you can open a new trade, or you just keep your stop here so that you can add to the trade and then maybe get that bounce. But I think this is a probable scenario to happen. The reason why I say that is because we got the red dot in the daily. All right, we got the red dot in the daily. If this confirms in, what is it going to be now? 3 hours, 4 hours, okay? Then I would expect this scenario to kind of play out where we get like a fake out. And again, the only way I would take a trade on Dogecoin, this first long setup that I see here, the only way I would actually take this long is if the price comes down and loses the green line and then claims the green line with an uneven butt cheek pattern on market Cipher B, right? Very strict criteria. You don't just take a trade because price comes to a level. You take a trade because price comes to a level and something, right? In this case, the something needs to be market Cipher B has bullish divergence, momentum getting higher as the price comes lower, and we lost and then reclaimed the level. Once we reclaim, that is an entry trigger. Okay? Then what you want to see is momentum coming up and then momentum coming down, and you'd want to see a continuation on the oscillator, okay? And the money flow also getting thicker as well, right? We want to look at the oscillator as one big thing. We're seeing the money flow has come down into the purple. If we see this play out, we want to be watching the money flow. If that money flow is getting thicker like this, and we come down and we make a nice trigger wave as we're coming to the back test, that, in my opinion, is a good reason to get long, okay? And if you're into shorting Dogecoin, this would be an area to look for a short. Of course, if we don't see these market Cipher entries and stuff, then we would wait for a move back down to the macro value area high of the range, all right? Macro value area high of le range, which is French for the range. And that's going to be around 22, 23 cents, guys, all right? Now let's take a look at Brett from our super chat. All right, shout out to Brett with the super chat. Shout out to Brett with the super chat. Man, the Bitcoin short right now we made about 2K just in this little bit of a move down here, right? Remember, the next area I'd be interested in for a bounce would have to be this 786, right around 87,000. If we lose that, guys, I'm expecting us to take these lows, right? But yeah, given the bearishness of the daily, I'd say, like, you know, go back and watch the beginning of the stream for my in-depth Bitcoin analysis right now. Okay, so Brett. What are we gonna do with you, Brett? All right, so we've got a big breakout. Let's go to the daily. Big break, bull divs at the low here, looking pretty nice. Very nice trigger wave. All right, so again, when we're looking at Dogecoin, what I want to see for Dogecoin is literally exactly what we saw for Brett. All right, we had a triangle. All right, we broke down. When we broke down from the triangle, we saw bullish divergence. Then we saw the money flow getting higher, and we saw the price make a higher high. And so when we see money flow getting higher, and then we see that higher low come in with the wave now continuing this direction, that is the second entry, right? This is now what this is what I was trying to draw on Dogecoin. This is what we're seeing on the daily time frame for Brett. So that nice long for Brett happened at the back test of the value area low. Let's discuss now for Brett what we would be looking for now in the future. So right now, Brett looks like the 1 day time frame has more upside. The 4 hour on Brett looks amazing. This is a money flow coming up like this. Yeah, we have a little bit of bearish divergence, which in my opinion means maybe we get a little bit of a pullback from here. Okay, but the money flow is going to be the king. Okay, so the 1 hour, we have the upside down Sandbagman free, the bearish Manbu pattern. Okay. So I would expect a little bit of a pullback on Brett here. So let's talk about where we would look for a pullback on Brett. So we're going to start with our Fibonacci pull from low to high. And what do you know? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful confluence. A lot of these altcoins have beautiful confluences at the Fibonacci golden pocket, confluence with the value area high of the range. So right around the back test of $1 is where we would look for a large pullback to get in on Brett. Beautiful. All right. Now, here's the problem. Yeah, no, that's no problem. Actually, that's no problem. Now, let's look for a more local entry. All right? We'll look for a more local entry. Because we technically did get the breakout and the retest already, right? We technically did get the breakout and the retest, and now we've made a higher high. So because we're still in bullish market structure, a local entry would be this. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull our volume of the local range. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Okay, absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm not saying that I would 100% long here, but I am saying that this is going to be local support. If the uptrend is going to continue, right? It's an if-then scenario. If the uptrend continues, then this is going to be our higher low, most likely, right around $1.25. Now, I do have to say this. Based on Market Cipher B right now, all things considered, 4 hour bear divs, 1 hour money flow, 1 hour bear divs, it looks like she wants to actually come back a little bit lower. So what do we need to do? We need to watch and wait, right? We need to watch and wait. We need to watch and set an alert at $1.25 Brett. And when we come down there, we ask ourselves, do we see bullish confirmations on Market Cipher? Do we see bullish divergences, uneven butt cheek patterns on those lower time frames? Do we see Dolores at the diner coming out with a stack of pancakes and a cup of coffee? If yes, then maybe we could look for a long there. If no, I would wait then to come back down to the value area high of the range at right around $1. All right. All right, shout out to East Jordan. Dose. All right, we'll look at dose real quick, all right? Like uno, dos, tres. Dos. Oh, man. What the heck is this even? What in the world is this even? All right, so here's the deal, man. Here is the deal with Dose. All right, are you bullish on Dose? Because if you are, here's what I would say. Here's what I would say about Dose. All right, there's upward potential right here of about 84,000%. We have a bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. A bullish div on the weekly time frame. Okay? Money flow and momentum. Now this chart looks like absolute crap. Alright, this price action looks like a low liquidity, nothing. I don't even know if you'd be able to buy and sell on MEXC with this. Okay, I don't know. Honestly, I doubt if you made this much on MEXC, you'd be allowed to cash out. Honestly. I don't know. But you gotta think of it. You throw $1,000 in here, you either lose $1,000 or you make 84,000% on it. I mean, like, to me, this coin is so dumb looking, but there's so much upward potential. That to me it's like a low probability gamble, low probability, low risk. All right, low risk. You throw $100 on here, and you make 84,000%, or lose $100. Like if you had two choices right now, and someone said, "Hey, look, I'll give you $100," you could either lose it right now, or maybe make 84,000% on it. Pick one. You know, I'd probably pick the chance of making 84,000%, and know that I'm probably gonna lose the $100, but who cares? You know, that's how I would look at this chart. I don't know what dose is. I never heard of it. If you're bullish on it for some fundamental reason, that's my take. All right, that's my take. I can't give you a good technical reason to long this besides money flow momentum, but this is just the most garbage looking chart I've ever seen. There's no real market structure here. It just looks like crap. All right, but that's my take. All right. All right. Major shout out to Pete E, who says, curious how you feel about degen pumping. Also, when you say take profits, do you mean exactly a portion of the whole position? Well, Pete, it depends on the context, my friend, with the take profits. You know, it really depends on your trading plan, and that's a very individual thing. That's a very, very individual thing. It depends on your plan for the trade and your trading style, really. What do I think about degen pumping? Let's check out degen. Wow, it's pumping a lot. What are my thoughts? Well, it looks like a nice... man, I wish that low had looked nicer. But I guess you could ignore that wick and say we had a really nice low right here. Bullish divergence, higher low. Change of market structure, another higher low. Higher high, higher low. Bull flag breakout. I mean, it's a very healthy looking uptrend right now. I would say that, you know, after the last week of 237%, as we're coming up to a local area of resistance, you know, I'd be cautious buying now, man. But, look, I would say this. We get a pump and consolidate here a little bit. You know, that could be the next place to look for a breakout, because this is now our major support resistance flip, right? So we start to form a nice rounded bottom here. Then that could be the next big move to the upside, but I'd be cautious getting in right now. I kind of want to wait and see what happens. That's just my style of trading, guys. Look, like I am not a FOMO trader, okay? I'm never ever going to buy something that has just pumped 200%. All right, so when people ask about these coins that are like pumping like crazy, I know everyone wants me to say, "Oh yeah, buy it now. It's going to keep going," but that's just not how I do. All right? And honestly, if you're going to be in this game for long term, that's not how you should do either. All right, you got to wait for something to tell you to get in. All right, something. You can't just look at this massive pump and say, "Oh, it's going to keep going." It's probably not. In fact, you know, I studied quantum mechanics when I was getting my degree in transline carbon binary emission gender studies, and the molecular inertia of you actually clicking the buy button right here, actually, because, you know, there, you know, when you start to get to the realm of quantum mechanics, you know, everything loses locality, right? All things are connected. So you hit that buy button, and it's going to dump the price. Okay? So the fact that you're not buying might keep it pumping, but as soon as you buy, okay? So we need to wait for some kind of an entry. And for me right now, that would be this. We're coming up to obvious historic resistance. If we start to consolidate here, and we see that we're holding this support, maybe we get a few daily candle closes above range here a few days or whatever, then I'd say, you know what? I would love to form a range here, form some liquidity at the bottom of the range, take the liquidity, and then pump. That's what I would love to see right now for degen. But thank you so much for the super chat. All right, Tau. Take a look at Tau. Wrong dose. All right, sorry, East Jordan. Wrong dose. Department of Solana Efficiency. I can't find it, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright, Tau. Yeah, we can take a look at Tau. Alright, so we've got ourselves a bit of a range here. Let's go to the daily. Start in the daily. Alright, a bit of a range. A little bit of bear div here. Bearish trigger. Let's go ahead and pull some volume of this rise. I mean, a very, very beautiful looking bottom here. This is a very bullish looking, healthy looking chart. Alright, so we've made a higher high. Let's go ahead and pull some fibs. Pull fib from low to high. Okay, yeah, beautiful. I would say one more dip to the downside to the golden pocket. And that's what I would love to see. Let's pull this through the roof. Yeah, let's pull this. Alright, so there's not as much volume confluence as I would want here. Yeah, I'd say something like this, right? Just simple support resistance back test would look really nice, and when that happens, we would have a really nice bullish div on the daily. Let's go to our 4 hour. Yeah, that's what I would like to see, honestly. I would like to really see that. This does look like a nice low here locally, to be honest with you. That does look like a nice low. So we might not come back down for that major retest. Let's see, did we reject from the golden pocket? Yeah, we did. Alright, so... And then we didn't bounce from it yet. So... Okay, so hear me out here, and this is for experienced traders only. But there is an opportunity right now to look for a long in this box. Alright. Locally here, trading the range. We got our high, we got our lower low, we reject from the golden pocket. In a very bullish scenario, you simply bounce from the golden pocket and do that, right? Coming back down to the historic support of this local range, this would be our first place to look for a long, with bullish confirmations. If not, and we come lower, then this is the place where I would look, right? So 485, 450 to 485 would be potential local long. We don't see bullish divergence there. We wait until 340 to 360, which is the value area high back test and the golden pocket, where we see very good looking bullish divergences on the daily time frame. All right, shout out to Mel B for the 2 super chats. Look at Harry Potter Masonic 10 Inu. Obama Sonic? Obama Sonic. Is this real? Nah, it's not real, but it sounds cool. Alright, shout out to Chiefy Ways. What about Polka Dot? Alright, let's check out Dot. I mean, look, I've had my Dot plans here for a while. These are my Dot plans, guys. How are they looking so far? How are they looking so far? So here's the thing with Polka Dot. We've literally come down to as low as we could possibly go here. We've changed market structure. You know, I personally hold quite a bit of Polka Dot. So Dot absolutely wrecked. All I can say is I'm sticking to the plan, guys. I'm sticking to the plan on Dot, alright? I'm sticking to the plan. We're back down as low as we can go. So for me, you know, I've still held, but I do think that we could get a move up. Let's check out the weekly. The weekly looks really good right now. Honestly, it looks pretty dang bullish. So I'm still holding my Polka Dot. Still holding it. We have a nice bullish engulfing on the weekly here. Now we're getting a little bit of a back test. You know, I mean, we're as low can be, basically. We're at the bottom of the barrel. We're back at the bottom of the barrel. Shout out to Aiden. Do I trade on TradingView? So what broker do you use? Nope, don't trade on TradingView. I use BLOFIN. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get 10% cash back. Up to $1,000 future bonus if you're trading futures, plus a chance to win all these juicy prizes. I also trade on ByBit, link in the description if you're interested, and I trade on MEXC. MEXC for the best deal on fees, literally 0% spot fees, so you go in and out of Tether and Bitcoin or any altcoin to altcoin without paying any fees. It's actually really nice. And for futures trading, 0% limit order fees and 0.01 to 0.02% taker order fees. And you can scalp these low time frames here. In fact, you know, I know this sounds crazy when I talk about the scalping, but, you know, I did make, you know, 5 figures in a month literally trading the 5-second time frame. Literally trading the 5-second time frame. That's weird. Is this broken? Yeah, look at that. Oh, I know why it's my VPN. Well, anyway, I made like, I think 35K in a month, literally trading the 5-second time frame. I made a little mini scalping course on it too. But anyway, yeah, MEXC, that's the way to go. I don't use a traditional broker. Could we see near? All right. We'll take a look at near, guys. Oh, okay, MELB, that's this weird coin here. Okay, we'll take a look at MELB's coin. Then we'll look at near, and then I think that's all we got time for today, y'all. I think that's all we got time for today. I will take a look at the Masonic Obama. All right, I don't see it, man. I'm so sorry, MELB. I'm so sorry, I don't see it. All right, we'll take a look at... Shout out to HFG for the super chat, man. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Ultimate Finish. Yeah, for sure, bro. I don't know how you got blocked. I'm sorry about that. Shout out to you, Ultimate Finish. All right, so AZTV, Ordi. All right, we'll take a look at Near and Ordi. All right, Near. This is our weekly. Man, the weekly looks bullish. I'll be honest with you. It kind of makes me want to get some near now. We've got ourselves a weekly bull div right here locally. All right, not including the wicks. Money flow thickening. Let's check out our daily. The daily giving us a very, very juicy hidden bullish divergence here with money flow thickening. Honestly, it makes me want to get some near. Let's pull a fib here from low to high. And we're bouncing from the golden pocket. Honestly, it looks pretty bullish to me. Not financial advice, but this looks like a very nice bullish chart. A very nice bullish chart. We had ourselves a weekly bullish divergence here. We crossed money flow. Money flow is getting thicker. Pull back into the golden pocket. Local weekly bull div. Hidden bull divs on the daily. 4-hour money flow, very thick. Looks good to me, all right? Not financial advice, but the chart looks really good to me. It looks really, really good to me. Not financial advice. Shout out to my man AZTV. And shout out to HFG again for 2 super chats. God bless you, bro. Thank you so much, man. I feel like I owe you, man. I got to super chat you. You made me some money with that level you posted the other day on Twitter. All right, Ordi. All right, so I don't know what the heck this was, but we'll remove that. Let's check out our weekly. So this is a coin I like. I like what I see because it hasn't done anything all year. And we are forming a nice bit of a rounded bottom here. And we're coming to resistance, and it looks like we're trying real hard to break through. Let's go to the daily. We have ourselves bullish divergence on the daily. Money flow continuing to get higher here. It looks pretty good. Now, I don't know anything about Ordi, but I would have to say this. If I was bullish on Ordi fundamentally right now, I would probably start to get some. Because we are technically kind of at this resistance zone. And if it's going to be bullish, then we're buying the bottom. I mean, right? This is not financial advice, but I would say right now, I would be, if I was looking to build a position on this, this would be my place to build, right? I don't know anything about Ordi, but I like the way the chart looks. I like how we've been consolidating for a long time. I like the way we're seeing the weekly start to turn up, I like the way we're forming around the bottom. I like the way we had a bullish divergence right here on the daily time frame. I like the way the money flow is getting thicker. I like that we still haven't pumped and no one's talking about Ordi. You know, I don't know what it is, but you know, you wait until it's a Pepe or a Dogecoin and then it'll be too late. So if you're bullish on this thing fundamentally, right now the chart looks pretty good, and to me it's kind of a low risk deal because, you know, you throw a little bit of money on this thing, let's say it pumps. You know, not saying it's gonna pump, but that's how I look at it, right? But this is one of those things you got to use your own discretion. This is not a technical trade setup. This is simply just saying if you are fundamentally bullish, the technicals also are pointing in that direction as well. All right. Shout out to Crispy TV. Says, Jason, God bless you and your family. Also, every member of the Casper crew. I will join on Monday. Can you help me? XUSDT. I feel market makers are dumping on us. Thank you so much for the super chat. I mean, it looks like a market maker pump and dump scheme, to be honest with you. You know, that's what it looks like to me. But I mean, on the daily, that's what it looks like. I mean, look at that. In one day, when that happens in a few days, I mean, you got to be cautious with that. But yeah, these types of coins, it's real easy for the market makers to pump and dump them. I mean, so yeah, if this doesn't hold the support, we're probably going to come much lower. Right? If this doesn't hold the support, we're probably going to come down to this. Yeah, I'd say we'd probably come down to this last bit of consolidation here. But this is a pretty ugly looking chart, to be honest with you. Lots and lots of liquidity to be grabbed here. It's probably a low liquidity coin, to be honest with you. So we could see some massive strange moves on this thing. All right, Mel. I'm literally copying and pasting what you put into TradingView and it doesn't show up, my man. So I'm really sorry. I apologize for all your super chats, man, but I'm copying and pasting it exactly as you. Oh, here we go. It's a miracle, man. It's a miracle, bro. Is this it? Bitcoin? Okay. Whew, man. Third time's the charm, they say. All right. Well. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. All right. Quick disclaimer. I don't know anything about Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, 10 Inu at all. Don't know anything about it at all. Can we even look at volume on this or no? It might not be available. All right. So, what do we have here? We're bounced from the golden pocket, that's for sure. I mean, look, there's really not much I can tell you about this because we don't have much data. I wish I had volume profile. But the one thing I would say is this. We are breaking out of this resistance here. It's our historic resistance, okay? We got to break out and retest at the golden pocket. So in my opinion, that means if we're going to continue, we have a very clear setup with a clear invalidation, and then we're just basically holding it for price discovery mode, which, you know, the only way we could get some targets would be trend-based Fibonacci extensions. So look at this, look at this. We already hit the one-to-one perfectly. So I don't know. I don't know what this thing is, right? So it's tough, right? We don't really have resistances, but we do have a support that we're holding. And it does look like we're about to print a little trigger wave on the daily with money flow getting thicker. So, you know, this is tough because, like, if you're looking for a spot position and you're bullish on this fundamentally, you don't trade with a stop loss. If you're looking for a leverage trade on this, I don't even know if you can leverage trade this. You know, the invalidation would be below the current low. The weekly doesn't really have enough data for us to make an informed decision besides this money flow getting thicker, which I say looks bullish. The daily market Cipher B definitely looks bullish to me right now. This green dot looks like she really wants to give us another higher high. So the only data we have is this. Bullish market structure confirmed. Support resistance flip confirmed. Money flow looking bullish, right? Those are the only pieces of data we have. So given the data we have, to me it looks bullish. All right. Again, I am not a Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Masonic coin expert. I don't know what this is. I personally am not buying it. Don't plan to buy it. Don't plan to trade it. All right. But with the bits of info I have, I'd say it definitely looks a little bit bullish. All right. All right. All right. Shout out to Koa Wen. Can we look at Money CRV? Yeah, we'll look at Money CRV. And this will be the last one, all right, y'all? All right, so actually I really like this a lot because we have bullish divergence at this low here, right? Money flow, momentum at least getting higher. Let's check out our weekly. Weekly giving us a bull div here as well. Weekly looks beautiful. This looks gorgeous, honestly. Wow. This looks wonderful. This is a really nice chart. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I like when people give me nice charts. This is everything we'd want to see on a chart, guys. It's low, it's beat down. Things look bullish on market Cipher. All right. I mean, man. Things look bullish. We got a falling wedge, a bullish pattern here. Look at how beautiful market Cipher looks. Upward potential right now on this thing is like 3,500%. This looks great, honestly. This looks like a great thing that I don't know anything about this coin, okay? So please keep in mind, guys, when I'm dealing with altcoins, you have to understand I am a day trader who trades a chart only. I don't read the news. I don't care about the news. I honestly don't even know the difference between a layer 1 and a layer 3 blockchain. I don't even know the difference. All right? I'm being totally honest with you guys. All the money I've ever made in crypto, I've done it without the knowledge of what crypto even is. Okay? I trade charts. I know about Bitcoin. I'm fundamentally bullish on Bitcoin, but I don't research altcoins at all. All right? The only coins I actually know about are like ETH, Bitcoin, XRP, the classics. All right? The 2017 coins are the ones I know of, right? So bear in mind that I am not telling anybody to buy this coin because it could be a rug pull. It could have, like, they could have printed a billion extra tokens and it'll never pump back up again, all right? So I need to make that very clear. This is not financial advice. But if I was looking at a chart of a coin that I believed in fundamentally, and I knew what it was, and I had a fundamental reason to expect a pump, and no fundamental reasons to not expect a pump, this chart looks very, very good to me right now for all the technical reasons. All right. All right, shout out to Taki. I'm so sorry, bro. I forgot your super chat. I'm so sorry, bro. All right, Taki, let's check out Sui for you, man. I apologize. All right, bear divs on the floor. Let's remove all this. Yeah, we have bear divs on the floor, but the money flow still looks very, very bullish to me. So here's what I would be looking at with this, right? Let's go down to the 1 hour. Yeah, I would be very interested in actually a long from like around here. If we get some bull divs, that would be really nice. I would expect more upside on this. If we get a pullback, we're either going to get something like that or we might get something like this. Just coming down to the... Yeah, okay, so first major support in the event of a pullback is going to be this right here. Right? And then I would be interested in coming down to here. But yeah, I think a short is a valid setup right now. We don't really have any 1 hour change to market structure, but we are seeing bear divs. And I think we have a local, rejection from golden pocket right here. So really for me, you know, this, I don't think I would take this trade, but I could see why this is a valid trade right now, right? For a take profit 1, take profit 2, and then look for a long. It's a valid entry, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's a valid entry because it has the 3 things we need for a valid trade. It has an entry, a stop loss, and a target, and it has bearish confirmations. So all three of those things, especially if Bitcoin's going to top out, make for a valid short entry. All right, I'm so sorry that I missed your super chat here. Man, we're up like 10 grand right now on the Bitcoin short. All right, shout out to Michael. Hey, I'm a crypto newbie. I bought Caspa at 10 cents. Give me your opinion on it. Caspa at 10 cents. Well, I'd say that was great, man. That was a great buy. That was a great buy. You know? So overall, I think it looks like a bullish chart. We got a little bit of a retest here within the last few hours, like right to the level we were looking at. Actually, a few days ago, we were looking for the back test of this trend line. So yeah, it looks great. Honestly, things look really good here. Bullish bottom, change of market structure. You know, I don't know your plan for the trade, bro. Now here's the thing, okay? And I hate to say this, but this is just the truth. This is a very possible scenario right now for Caspa. But you have to, whenever you buy something, you need to have a plan for it. If you don't know a plan for your investment, you're planning to lose money. Because if you're just throwing money at things, you're probably not going to sell. You might, but most people buy things they don't sell because they don't know when they're going to sell. And then the emotions take over, they don't know what to do, and then 99% of crypto newbies end up holding bags. I think you're in a good place because you bought at the right time, in my opinion, heading into this last big parabolic move of the bull run. But I would right now come up with a plan for your investment. Come up with a plan as to where you're going to sell and make a plan for it, man. But I do have to say, I like the way the chart looks here. I do. I really like the way this chart looks. I think we got to move back to the upper trend line at around 23 cents. But it's not guaranteed, but it looks nice for it, all right? All right, shout out to Preparing for War. I'm happy for your XRP long. Shout out to Radio Gaio. Shout out to FUD Expert. XRP just broke out now. Let's check it out. It's doing more now. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Wait, no, wait. This is the... Oh, wait. I thought we were on the weekly chart, guys. I thought we were on the weekly chart. I thought we were up at this golden pocket. I thought XRP was up here for a second. Oh, man. That totally, like, threw me for a loop. Okay. Oh, man. That's so funny. All right. Okay. Alright. Alright, shout out to Top Dog. He's been a member. Shout out to my member Top Dog. Yo, what's going on, bro? Alright, Roar. Huh. What's the ticker for it, bro? Shout out to HFG. Bitcoin's going to 87. Yeah, what's my next target for Bitcoin? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, 87. That's my next target. Yeah, that's my next target. All right, Top Dog. Let me know in the chat the ticker. Alright, y'all. Well, I do have to head out, guys. It's getting kind of late, and I've got some things to take care of. So, Top Dog, we'll have to look at that another time, bro. But may God bless everyone in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. May the Lord bless you. And I do pray the Lord would reveal himself to each one of you in a very personal way. May you and your families be blessed in multiple ways. And I will see you guys later. Peace.